Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, who the hell am I right now? Like somewhere along the way you lost yourself and now you're just kind of existing, but feeling invisible. If this sounds familiar, then stick around. This video is for you. It could be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. What I'm about to share is something I've buried deep for a long time. Something I've struggled to put into words. It's personal, it's raw, and honestly, it could stir up my emotions as I share it with you. It's time to speak up, because I know there are men out there, maybe even you, who might connect with what I'm saying. If you're a man over 40 and loneliness is draining the joy from your life, leaving you feeling disconnected without your spark, confidence or sense of purpose, then keep watching. I'm sharing the unfiltered truth about this. No sugarcoating, no bullshit, just raw, honest connection. There was a time when I was living with my girlfriend. She'd tell me that she loved me every now and then. My friends checked in, and my co-workers would ask how I was doing. But none of it mattered. Inside, I felt like I didn't exist. Like I was a ghost in my own life. Unnoticed, unimportant, and completely invisible. It reminded me of a film I once saw, Mr. Nobody. In the movie, the character navigates a confusing web of alternate realities, all shaped by destiny and the decisions made throughout life. Despite its complexity, the film centres around one fundamental question: how do we make meaningful choices? One of the hardest choices we face is confronting the truth about loneliness. Let's stop pretending it's a passing feeling or something we can shrug off easily. For a lot of men out there, it's not just a feeling, it's a prison. You wake up in the morning and there's no fire, no purpose and no real reason to get out of bed, except to go through the same motions you've been stuck in for years. And I get it. Society tells us to man up, to suck it up, and to deal with it in silence. But let me ask you, how's that working out for you? Because I've been there, and it didn't work out for me either. One night I had an epiphany. I asked myself, is this it? Is this what life is going to be from now on? Just surviving, just existing. And let me ask you something that may hit a nerve. If you're feeling lost and alone, it's not because you're weak, and it's not because you've failed. It's because no one ever taught us how to deal with this kind of crap. Society told us being a man means having it all together, being strong, and never really showing weakness to the outside world. But here's the thing, pretending to be fine when you're not isn't strength. It's a slow death. Real stats show us loneliness kills, not just emotionally, but physically. Did you know that chronic loneliness is just as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes or more a day? Think about that. Let me ask you, how long are you going to let this go on? How long are you going to carry this weight alone before it finally crushes you? If you've ever asked yourself that question, hear me now. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to knock on your door and hand you a new life. Here's the truth. True strength lies in giving selflessly and helping lift others out of their struggle. And I'm not saying this to be cruel or mean-spirited. I'm saying it because it's the truth we have to face. You have to decide if you're worth saving and that you're worth fighting for. And I'm not going to lie here, it's far from easy. But what's the alternative? Waking up 5, 10, 20 years from now and realising you've wasted your life, that you allowed the best years to slip away, waiting for something that's never going to happen. And the fear of failure is not your enemy. It's just a wake-up call. It's life pushing you towards something better. If there's one thing worth manifesting in life, it's joy. Because joy transforms everything. More connection, more purpose, more you. But you have to step forward and take action before it's too late. There was a time when I built an invisible wall around myself, brick by brick, during the loneliest chapters of my life. I thought that keeping people out would protect me from more pain, but all it did was isolate me even further. Breaking out of my prison wasn't easy, but I know I had to start somewhere. Sometimes helping someone else out of their hardship is what pulls us out of our own. So here's my advice. Step 1, ask for help. The lone wolf strategy definitely doesn't work in the real world. I've made this mistake and I've suffered the consequences myself. Step 2, follow a lost passion and win back that zest for life. For me, cycling became both my escape and my therapy. I've got 2 bikes, one for commuting every day and another for my 100k rides, which I love to do a few times a week. These rides aren't just about fitness, they're about clearing my head, finding inspiration and taking control of my emotional well-being. True joy isn't found in what you take, it's what you give back to life. It's easy to look back and see where things went off track, like those periods of overindulgence, for instance. Myself, I was clinically obese, hitting well over 100 kilos at my worst point. Being only 174 centimetres in height, I was far from being fighting fit. I've always had a big appetite, and to be honest, a little greedy bear. So managing it has been something I continue to be mindful of as I get older. Looking back, my first steps towards self-development were small, but getting my health back on track, committing to clean eating and regular exercise was the best decision I ever made. I soon realised it was an essential part for a balanced and productive life. Equally as important was building a small support network, especially after leaving family and close friends behind when moving to a new country. Only then did I feel ready to take bigger steps, like moving from Jersey, Channel Islands, halfway across the world to rural Chiang Mai, Thailand. I thought this bold move and starting fresh would fix most things, but being so far away from familiar faces and surroundings, it sent my world in a spiral at first. But in time, breaking out of my comfort zone really helped me to confront these walls I built to keep people out. Now all I do, if I want to clear my head, is just grab my bike and head to the nearby mountains or jungle. Just me, the road and my thoughts. I continue in my pursuit of peace, clarity and hope, and you can do the same no matter where you live in the world. These rides don't fix everything, but they do remind me that I'm present and I'm alive, and sometimes that's all you need. So today I would like you to do something for me. Look in the mirror, really look, and ask yourself this: am I thriving or just surviving? If the answer scares you, good. That fear means you're alive. And being alive means you have the power to change your situation, no matter how difficult it feels. You can create a future that's truly yours. A life you own, manage and adapt to. It becomes your personal remedy. a unique formula that helps you thrive and fuels your drive for success. If any of this resonates, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and share where you're at, what you're struggling with, and what you need right now. If you prefer, send me a personal DM, link in the description. Don't let silence keep you stuck. Sometimes just knowing someone's here to listen can make all the difference. I'm Gary with Prospects. Loneliness doesn't define you, and it's never too late to find yourself again. If any of this speaks to you and you feel like talking, my inbox is always open. I personally reply to every message. Take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video.